to really protect a company that is each and every one of ours. All right. Everything that we do here is about branding ourselves and the visions and the missions that we have to serve our own communities. We just happen to have a really awesome vehicle that we can use that just takes our integrity levels and takes our influence, right, to the next level. And that's why we are all here. And with that being said, it is because of the energies and the collective collaboration of all of us as leaders that I fortunately, being very close, all right, in proximity physically, right, to our corporate headquarters, to our office, you know, to the owners, where I was invited to a cruise not too long ago in December, where I got to literally sit down, party, you know, and really fellowship with the founders, you know, not just the owners. Obviously, it's great to really sit down with the owners and their family and just really see how truly organic and grassroots, right, this company is. But more so, I got to hear from the real people, the people that look just like me, right? Some of them with no experience at all, having so much success in this platform because of what Mrs. Cynthia and Eddie Petion and the family has done to bring this platform to the masses. So, you know, without further ado, I want to bring to the forefront an amazing leader. I mean, I know she's grassroots, all right? Everything that we're doing, she has done before. And the one thing I will say about leadership, all right, leadership is always tested. Leadership, to whom much is given, much is expected, much is required. And without that, there is really no true leaders. And they have been through the fire. They've made it very clear. But they have gotten to the point now where God has blessed them to really put together this. And this is why each and every one of us is here today. And I have the pleasure to introduce our CEO, Ms. Cynthia Petion, to the forefront. So we can first, actually, oh, she's already co-host. So that's perfect. So without further ado, I bring to you guys Ms. Cynthia Petion.
Thank you, thank you. Well, first and foremost, thank you for the invitation here tonight. It is a pleasure to be here sharing this. Not too many people actually ask how to do this. So I'm glad you brought up the question. And when you said, you know, we look alike, we do. You look like my little brother, although you're not that much younger than me. But a lot of people, you know, get into these type of businesses. They want to hear from us all the time. They want to hear from us all the time. And one of the things that I hear all the time is, well, yeah, but nobody does it as good as you do, or, you know, sure, we can present it, but it's great to hear it from the horse's mouth. Guys, if you want people to follow somebody else's business, somebody else's vision, somebody else's dream, then by all means, let them do it. All right. We see a lot of done for you models that they call them. Basically, what you're doing is you're gathering a bunch of people and let somebody else do the work. Guess who they follow at the end of the day? So it is important that you brand yourself, that you market yourself, so that people are following you and your vision and your recommendations. Because at the end of the day, you are the brand, not NovaTech, not Cynthia Petion or any one of our founders. However, what we would like to teach you tonight is tools to help market this business, because it is currently what you're working with. And honestly, what we're going to teach you tonight, we're going to run through our presentation plan to go over some pointers, you know, how to explain things, what it means, maybe help answer some of your more difficult questions. But it can really be applied to any business or presentation that you're doing. All right. How you say things and the verbiage that's used is extremely important. A lot of times companies find themselves landing in the hot seat, not because of anything they're doing wrong themselves, but because of how it's being marketed and the information isn't precise, accurate, or it can be very misleading. And in this type of business, you want to make sure that we are not being misleading at all. If I'm known for anything, it's for being, you know, upfront and to the point. You know, I'm more of a punch you in the throat with the truth type of person than sugarcoating things. Because I want to know that people who are here in this program are here because they want to be, and that they understand what's involved. And, you know, Dap said it best when he says, we want to make sure we protect the house. Okay, because if we're not taking care of our home base, then we're really doing this for nothing. All right, so with that said, I know you guys said that you made me a co-host, so let me see if I can share my screen here. All right, so this presentation is available in the back office for anybody who wants to use it. All right, very important. Like I said, it's important that you create your own brand. If you want to go into any one of these presentations and change the imagery or, add your own personal touch to it, that is totally fine. What's most important is that the content of it is not changed. All right, so if you want to add some verbiage or take away some verbiage you feel might be a little unnecessary, we'll go through each one of the slides, but it is important that the content is not changed. One of the things I like to tell people, all right, we are a trading platform that offers an affiliate program. We are not an affiliate program that offers a trading platform. All right, and what's the difference? One is you're going to market the heck out of this as like an MLM, like you've done every other MLM. And the other is going to teach people to understand that the nature of our program is a trading program, that funds are at risk. However, we offer you an added benefit of being able to use an affiliate program with it. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, very good. I know a lot of people like to skip the disclaimer. Guys, this is your butt saver right here. You do not want to skip your disclaimer. This disclaimer doesn't do anything more than tell people that they have to do their own research, they have to do their due diligence, and that we're not responsible for any misinformation they might find or thought or anything else. Everything we do is very candidly on our website. It's in our disclaimers, it's in our disclosures. People need to know that these are risk management accounts. That means their funds are at risk every single day. Of course, it's our responsibility to try to create profit for everybody, but it is a risk management program. They have to be 18 years of age or older. And then there's some other things that go along with it, but that's, like not having duplicate accounts and those types of things. Those are all in the disclosures as well. It is their responsibility to make sure that they're reading that. We get a lot of tickets, you can imagine where people come and say, well, my sponsor didn't tell me. It is not your sponsor's responsibility to read the disclosures to you. Please make sure that you're being informed. This is just a founder's page. You can use it, you cannot use it. To be honest with you, I just added it into the slide deck. If everybody loves us, this will get you far. But if you think you have an audience that hates us, take it away, okay? People like to see who's involved and they like to know who's responsible, and we don't hide from anybody. All of the founder information, by the way, guys, can be found in the back office. If you don't even have to have a back office to log in. On the main website at NovaTechFX.com, you'll find a founders page, a message from the CEO. Not only does it have these photographs on there, but it has our biography as well. Just a snapshot of who we are and what we do. Again, right there for everybody to find. For this here, you can simply just read it off. It's just telling you what kind of experience we have. So between the three of us working, we come from a very long background of different types of businesses. For some reason, people may look at our backgrounds and think that, for example, myself, and I'm going to have these very frank conversations along with you guys so that when you come across these questions, you know how to address them. My LinkedIn page, to be honest with you, I probably haven't updated it or looked at it for, the last 2 years. This project has kept me so busy, I haven't really just had a chance to see what's on there. I believe this position as CEO is the last one listed, but prior to this, I had a 10 or 15 year history with a company involved in print graphics. And people may shy away from that or like it or dislike it, but just so people understand what my role and position was there, this is one of the biggest graphic companies in the world, not just the United States. And I was their #2 salesperson and project manager. I literally brought in millions and millions of dollars for this company every single month. We dealt with Fortune 1000 companies, Macy's, Coach, Burberry, Kate Spade, so Lacoste. These were all my accounts that I worked on. And I was, like I said, the second lead salesperson, project manager, executive in a company that was male dominated. All right, so it's very important that people keep things in perspective. When they're looking for our backgrounds and what it is that we do, Mr. Ricardo Roy has been working for the Pentagon and the US government for many years doing high-end security. This is why he's with us. Mr. Petion, my husband, who's the COO, he was managing telecommunication and engineering for very large companies. All right, so we have spent a lifetime making other people a lot of money. And it was time that we just put our heads together to put this company together and utilize it for people who wouldn't normally have this kind of opportunity or be in this type of market. All right, and that's just the long and short of it. So what is it that we do? It's live market trading. We are registered as brokers for MetaTrader 5. That means we own our own trading platform. The platform that we trade on is called NovaTech Ltd. If you download a MetaTrader 5 app, it's not our personal app. Anybody can download it and search for a broker. If your broker is listed there, great. A lot of times we get involved with companies, you're not going to find their information there because they don't have their own platform. They're trading on third-party platforms. Why did we decide to do that? One, it gives us a heck of a lot of credibility. Come on, we're starting our own business here. And it gives us an enormous amount of control. The traders that we have working for us, we can control their accounts. We can set parameters. We get to choose what pairs get traded on an everyday basis. We get to let them know how much they can trade with, what their losses are allowed to be. And that's not control that you would have had we just started trading on a third-party platform, gave some money to some people and, you know, toss it to the wind and hope it goes the way it's supposed to go. So that is the reason why we have our own MetaTrader platform. It's an MT5. And this also allows retailers, you know, traders to trade with us if they want to. They don't have to trade in our PAM accounts. They can trade on their own on our platform, and all the profits they keep are ours, is theirs, because we're not doing the trading for them. They're doing it themselves. There's no monthly fee associated with it because we don't need to service the accounts. So if you have people who do trade, that one comes with a very small affiliate, simple affiliate program. It's not nearly as intricate as the PAM, but a lot of people use that as well. And it also generates additional revenue and income for the business. And in order for us to keep our platform, we need to be in good standing with MetaTrader. They KYC us every year. They make sure that our business doesn't have any bad filings, that we're filing our taxes, our paperwork, and then whatever else is required of us. All right. And we have to provide them with a COI, which is a certificate of incumbency, showing that this account is in good standing in order for us to even maintain that platform. So if you can find us on there, that means the company is still active and still in good standing. All right. This slide just basically just runs down, you know, what it is that we do, what we offer. The majority of you guys here are in the US. Is that correct, Daph?
Yeah, probably the majority, but I would say we're starting to build internationally a lot. I saw it in the back office and I was like, wow, we got a lot of people. We got a lot of people in Africa. Got a couple people in Australia. Yeah.
Okay. I always tell people, listen, don't stay local, go global. Okay. If you stay in your own backyard, you'll never be able to grow past your front yard. All right. So it's always nice to hear that people are branching out and going internationally. But the reason why I ask is because within the US, we only trade cryptocurrency. The way that it works when a US resident makes a deposit is it gets allocated to a trading account that's just trading crypto. All right. Also, our MT5 platform where you can trade on your own, which I mentioned, that is not available for US residents. There's certain other countries that may or may not be able to use it. That all has to do with regulations, policies, and whatever else. In the United States, we're registered as a hedge fund company. All right, the platform itself that we use to trade, our NovaTech platform, is registered in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All right, they didn't require any special licensing. They don't have the same types of regulations. To be honest with you, a lot of companies saw our US passports and didn't even want to deal with us. All right, and in order to start the business, we had to go where we could go. And the US, in order to open a Forex trading platform here in the US, required millions of dollars just to even start up, a whole lot of paperwork, red tape, and we were not able to even enter the market playing with the boys there. So we played where we were allowed to play, and then we just continue to grow from there. But just so you know, if you are dealing with US residents in particular, their funds are allocated for crypto. There's countries who aren't, Forex isn't allowed. So they just get crypto. There's countries where crypto isn't allowed, and we trade Forex for them. So we have to be very careful about where the funds get allocated when they're deposited with us. This slide is just to simply explain what crypto and Forex trading is. The Forex trading does trade 5 days a week, and the crypto trading, it's a market that doesn't close, okay? So that trades 7 days a week. You know, the Forex markets basically work like 9 to 5s. You have a 5-day trading Monday through Friday, pretty much 24 hours, but that 24 hours isn't because the markets are all open 24 hours. It's because something's opening while another one is closing. So for example, if you know the Japanese market is going to open in the middle of the night and you happen to be trading yen, for example, you need to make sure you're up in the middle of the night when that market opens because it'll start to move. So depending where our traders are located, some are here in the US, some are overseas, they monitor different markets. Some of them are crypto experts and that's what they stick to. Others do have, you know, Forex experience as well. And that's all designated based on their level of experience. So when somebody joins with us, so very important, guys, when you're sharing your link and you're bringing people into the program, make sure that they're using the right link. All right, we have 2 different programs. One is our MT5 self-trading program, which we spoke about, but the majority, like 98% of our customers here are in the PAM program. The PAM program is a percentage allocation management module. That basically means the money is put together in a pool and percentages are paid out. All right. On this slide here, I just explained to them that, you know, they don't need experience. We have a dedicated support portal and you can upgrade or cancel at any time. And when we say it's fully automated, that means they don't need to do anything. Doesn't mean we don't need to do anything. Some people may see that and think it's because we're using bots. Bots can be used by the traders as a tool. It is not the only tool, and we do not automate our trading. Okay, it has to be regulated and monitored by individual traders, and we oversee and monitor that. And that's because a bot can't tell you when the market is going to shift quickly. A bot is designed to make purchases, sales based on whatever parameters you give it. So if you tell it, buy this coin at this price, when it hits this, that's exactly what it'll do. And it'll see it before you do because it's able to detect it within a millisecond. But if something's going awry or the market's shifting, a bot is not going to have any control over that. And that's why we have to use live trading. All right, and that's basically just what this is. Now, what you're looking at here, this is an actual snapshot of the terminal. Anyone can go to our website and download it. They can download it on their phone or desktop. I encourage people to open demo accounts just so that they can see the platform and how it works and play around with it if they want to. And they can put any amount of money in there. All right, so the way we track our progress, people can see in their back office performance reports. These performance reports are the numbers that we gather every week and the percentages that we're reporting to you and paying to you every single Friday. All right, so the way this works, your ROI is paid on Friday. It could be anytime on Friday before midnight, Friday night. And your commissions are paid on Saturday. The only ones who get paid commission, guys, are the ones who are participating in the affiliate program. You may have a lot of people who are enrolled as affiliates, but they're not actually working the program. I don't think more than 35 to 40% of our members currently participate in that program. And I can tell by how many persons are getting paid commissions every single Saturday. And it's, like I said, anywhere from 35, maybe 40% of the people here. And it's been like that from the beginning. You know, so it's one of the things that I actually think is an added plus when you're talking to people, because people come into these programs with a mindset that, oh, this is an MLM, this is a pyramid scheme, this is a Ponzi, this is all these types of things. Especially in the US, it's like MLM is a dirty word. All right, I can think of a lot worse words, but it's because they don't understand what it is that we do or how it's done. You know, I'm a huge fan of affiliate marketing. My husband and I started doing it about 5 years ago, and we quit our jobs. All right, because you're taught to just go to school, get a good job, retire, and hopefully they'll pay you enough for you to live off of by the time you do retire in what I think it's like almost your 70s now. It's absolutely ridiculous. But people need to understand the benefit of this type of program, but they need to also understand the risk and understand what it's not. All right, and it's not a program where you have to bring in people in order to earn income. You can earn your ROI every week just based on the trading. So long as they understand, if you look at this chart, that it can deviate. All right, so very important when you're marketing this program, that we're not saying that, you know, it's a way to retire or get rich quick or, you know, make a steady income every single week. This is not income. This is an earning. This is a bonus. And it's the reason why we use that language. And income is when you have a job. We are not offering jobs. We offer an opportunity. And within that opportunity, you can benefit from trading on the live market. And with that comes its deviations. So people need to understand that the goal of this program is not to make profit every week. You may think that's what it is. However, the goal of the program is to have a steady progression of profit over time, whether that's over weeks, whether that's over months. This is not a program where people should plan to enter, make a bunch of money, and then run out to the next program, because it's not built that way. The program is very heavily profit-based. So if there's little or no profit, then there's just no earnings to report that week or bonuses to report that week, and that's totally fine. All right, and one of the reasons why that is because we do allow people access to their capital. Not many programs do that. I think a lot of programs, after we started doing it a few years ago, either one or two or try to implement that. I don't know how successful they are in it, but we've been able to return every penny to every single user since we've started this program. And that's because you give us the funds to trade, we report only what we make, and the rest is still there trading. So if you need access to your income, you can, your deposit, you can totally do that, okay? But people need to also understand that it can deviate. So if it goes up, great. If it doesn't, that's just what it is. But every penny you make above what you've already deposited is profit. So even if you make a penny that day, it's a penny more than you had the day before, as opposed to other programs where you have to make a deposit and then it's like a rat race where you're trying to catch up to make what you deposited before you're in profit. In this program, you're in profit from day one because, again, you have access to that capital.
I don't think there's any actual real formidable company out there that actually gives you access. Maybe private trading, but a company like this, of the many that we know, none of them give you access to your money whenever you want. So
right. And in private trading, if they lose 30% of it on day one, do you want to take out 30% less, or you want us to keep trading it? So you gotta kind of have a stomach with this, you know, because it is possible for us to have a week or a day of loss. The overall goal is just to make sure that over time that there's profit. So again, it's not a, you know, what do you call it? Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It just doesn't work like that. Be prepared to stay, have a conversation, stay for dinner, sip some wine, and get to know everybody. All right. It's also why we.
Oh, sorry. There was a good question that came up on the other slide. I'm not going to answer most of the questions, guys. We may not, because we want to stay on target. But just because this question came up, I think it's pretty relevant.
Which one? Which slide was that?
The last one that showed the profits and losses. She says, so since for those in the U.S., their funds are traded only in crypto markets, does that mean the weekly returns for U.S. residents are different from those outside of the U.S.? In other words, if the weekly return—
No, it's a good question. We report globally for the business, okay? And the reason why that is, you know, in order to make sure we're staying and not crossing the line, is we make sure that the funds are allocated for trading crypto. All right, but you have some people also whose funds are allocated for just trading Forex. Now, in the very early stages of the slides, you'll notice we talk about this being an umbrella company, and that there's also crypto sales and crypto machines, Bitcoin machines, and all these other things. As a hedge fund company, we're managing the funds. All right, so there are other things that go on behind the scenes, and those are things that we do plan to add on to this program that people can actively select and choose. Right now, as a hedge fund company, we're selecting how it gets traded, what business ventures we get into. Is an ATM machine a good idea? The ATM machine, for example, that requires a FinCEN license, which we have, that operates under SmartBid. That was in play before we even started this company for years. We finally got them launched, and it does add revenue to the business to help support it. Same thing with mining, same thing with the crypto sales. You guys will notice in your back office, it says buy crypto. That's because people are able to go on there, buy cryptocurrency with a credit card, for example. It's expensive. Anything with a credit card is going to be more pricey, or pricier, but it adds revenue to the business. So when we calculate profit and loss for members, it is across the board business-wise. And one of the reasons why that is also is you'll have people who'll be like, well, I'm trading Forex. Can I select just crypto? Well, I don't want to trade crypto. Can I select just Forex? Can I do both? Can I do 20-30, 50-80? You know, we can't, our program isn't set up to do that. So although the funds are allocated for crypto, we pay profits across the board for our earnings and losses, gains and losses throughout the week and the month. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Move on.
Okay, very good. So the same way you have access to your capital, there's no expiration dates, there's no earning caps, guys, and there's no withdrawal limits. We may say above a certain amount, we won't require ID, but that's just because we want to verify that it's you taking it out the money. Because we do not have a cap, the last thing you want is for somebody to get into your account, take everything out, and it wasn't verified. All right. And it happens all the time. People give access to their kids to manage for them, to their spouses, to their uplines. We do everything we can to try to safeguard your accounts, but at the end of the day, ultimately, it's in your court, which is also the reason why we introduced the 2FA. But that's a different type of training. But we want to make sure that sometimes when we halt things, it's just because we're double checking. All right. Now, when you get to this slide here and you're explaining the packages, just so people understand, this all works the same, regardless of what amount that you put in. But very important, and this is where there can be some confusion. And this is really the responsibility of the sponsor, but I'd like to mention it during presentation so that when they hear it, they understand why it's set up this way. This is the trading packages. The trading packages start at $99 and go all the way up from there. But the builder package is called a builder package for a reason. It is expected that you will build on it. We do have a 25 monthly service fee, which starts billing on your first anniversary after you've joined. And if you're trading with $99, even if we make a 20% profit that month, guys, the balance is going to start to disappear. So they want to make sure that they're actually actively building by either adding more funds to this or that they're taking advantage of the affiliate program. All right, and you'll notice the verbiage that I just used, that they are taking advantage of it. You don't want to give anybody the impression that they have to use it. You don't have to use it. However, if you wish to take advantage of it, it'll help cover your fee every single month. But if you are not, please ensure that you are adding funds to this whenever you can, because you can upgrade at any minute, at any time, for any amount above $1. And we know plenty of people who started at the 99 who still don't use the the affiliate program and still continue to build and now have thousands of dollars that they're trading with. They can do that by adding their own funds, or they can do it by redepositing bonuses that were made. Again, you'll notice what I just said. They can redeposit bonuses that were earned. We do not refer to it as compounding or interest. We do not pay interest. We are paying you profit based on your trading. We're not talking about compounding, we're talking about redepositing, because these are terms that are used in the banking world and in the investment world. This is a trading program. This is, this is like the wild card of making money. So people need to understand the differences in terminology, because I see all the time, I want to join the program where you can compound your interest. Well, you must be talking about JP Morgan or something else, because that's not what we do here. We trade, and you have the option of depositing additional money to upgrade your account at any time. The added benefit is you can do that from your own money, or you can even do it from bonuses that were earned. All right, does that make sense how that's phrased?
Yep.
Okay, very good. Now, we have in the enrollment packages a $49.95 package. I do not include it in the presentation because people are very visual. They'll see that and they won't hear what you're saying. So I talk about it, but I don't include it in the slideshow. And that, hold on one second for me, guys. I have a son over here who's like on his Xbox screen.
No problem.
Teenagers. Okay. So let me explain the $49.95 package. The $49.95 package, and people want to know why it's there, can we take it off? We cannot take it off. All right. We have to, by law, because we do have an affiliate program, allow people the opportunity to participate in the business without requiring that they invest. And people often confuse that as far as MLMs and affiliate programs go. They think, oh, as long as you're recruiting, that it makes it a Ponzi. That's not correct. What we cannot do is require that people invest with us in order to participate in the opportunity, which means I cannot require that you open a PAM account in order to participate. If you open a PAM account starting at $99 or more for the builder account, you're automatically included. You don't need to do anything. However, if you wish to enroll as a customer and not be part of the program, you can do that too, which is often a mistake people make, guys. Make sure that they're signing up with your affiliate link if that's what they want to do. If they want to be customers, that's a different link. Okay, they won't have access to the program. They won't be part of your downline. Their volume won't count because they're customers. It's not going to be included. Even if they upgrade later, the only thing that will be included is what they upgrade to. But the $49.95 is a license. That means somebody does not need to make a deposit. They do not need to invest with us. They pay a $2.95 subscription fee instead, but they can bring in as many people as they want and still get the bonuses. So they'll still get the check matching, they'll still get the residual, and as long as they're meeting the criteria of the program, they'll get whatever bonus they qualify for. All right, so that $49.95 is a license. They cannot use it to hold a position and then ask us to move it to their trading account later. It is non-refundable and non-transferable. All right, so you have people who will buy that $49.95. Some do it after they're already trading, which I don't get. I'm not really sure why that happens. But for people who are buying it, they think they're going to hold their position for $50 and then tell us later on, oh, just put it in my trading account. It's not a holding position. Either you open up a PAM account or you purchase a license. All right, so make sure that when you're guiding people, that they understand what it is that they're purchasing. Any questions so far? Dap, you
Yes,
good?
yeah. Someone asked about so is the word, so can we say compounding deposit of my profits? Is the compounding a word we shouldn't use, or is it compounding because people associate it with interest?
I think it's misleading, and it gives people, they automatically associate it with interest. And compounding also, you know, sometimes systems are set up to just take your money and automatically put it back in. I don't like to market on compounding. I know as, and you and I spoke about this before, I know as affiliate marketers, we want people to put in as much as possible. Why? Because there's check matching and there's all, you know, there's a direct referral fees and everything else. And as accounts grow, our business grows. I get that. However, me as a consumer myself and as a leader, I think it's more important for people to understand the flexibility of the program. That flexibility, guys, is what's going to give people assurance and comfort in dealing with our type of program. Because any program, and this is again me being in this business, and not everybody may see it this way, but when a company starts talking to me consistently about compounding, I think they're trying to lock up my money. Why do you want me to redeposit so much? Why don't you want me to withdraw? Is there not enough money for me to withdraw? Well, where's my capital? Me as a consumer, those are the type of questions that I ask if somebody starts pushing compounding. So I don't like to use that word. Instead, I like to say, guys, this program is extremely flexible. When you earn your bonuses every week, you have the option of withdrawing it. You have the option of redepositing it so that your account continues to grow. And that's the best way to grow your account without having to add any additional funds out of your own pocket. And you can take as much or as little as you want. Flexibility is what's going to sell the program. Not, oh, if I compound and then they start using calculators, I'll be a billionaire in 3 years. I doubt that very much. Because those calculators don't take into account that our earnings vary every week. It doesn't take into account that it could be loss. It doesn't take into account that sometimes you take out half of your capital or a bonus this week because you want to go buy a new car or, pay some bills. Those calculators to me are very misleading, and it doesn't really paint a true picture of an actual portfolio. An actual portfolio, people deposit, they redeposit, they reinvest, they take some out. 1 week they decide to take out this amount, another week they take out a varying amount. I see people take out half, some, all, and some people don't even touch it. They wait for weeks and months before they even withdraw it. So I just don't think it paints an accurate picture of what we do. If you want to use a word, that's fine. It's not my favorite. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just think, there's just better ways to explain it. And this training is about showing you guys the different ways that you can present this business without misleading the business. Okay?
Absolutely.
All right, so let's move on from the packages. VIP, once you trade $25,000 or more, you no longer have to pay that monthly service fee. It's just a thank you for trading with us. There's a 1% cashback reward. The way the 1% works, guys, and this is for both VIP and President, all right? Because at President, you get a 2.5% cashback reward and still no monthly fees. The way the cashback works is after you are trading a full calendar month at that level. If you come in the middle of the month, you didn't make it that month, you'll make it in the next month, okay? It pays you a percentage of what you earned. It's calculated from your ROI. So if you're trading $50,000 and you made $2,500 that month in ROI, it is calculated from the 2,500, not the 50,000 that you're trading with. Okay, because this isn't a trading bonus, it's a cashback reward. Same thing with your debit cards or your Visa cards or whatever, they give you a cash back. They're not giving you a percentage of, how much money is in your account, it's how much you spend. So it works very similarly. Whatever we pay you in ROI, we pay back a percentage of that. And it's after a full calendar month of trading at that level. All of this is in the back office under the support portal. There's schedule fees, how things work. That support portal, guys, people don't use it enough, to be honest with you. And encourage people to do so. It'll take a lot off your shoulders as well. Now, the President Club comes with a $1,000 gift card bonus. That's just $1,000 when we credit to your account, not your trading account, but your bonus. You can do whatever you want with it. If you want to put it into your trading, you can. If you want to take it out and use it, you can do whatever you want. Again, that is awarded after a full calendar month of trading. Both those bonuses pay by the 10th of every month. All right, any questions on that so far?
Nope, no questions on that. However, we did have a question regarding the states that we don't do business in. Why?
For various reasons. It's for various reasons. There's countries we don't do business in, there's states we don't do business in. Every single state has different laws, regulations, we don't have to explain to people why we're not in that state. We just simply tell them, unfortunately, our services aren't available in that area. We look to continue to expand the business, and if we can offer it at a later date, we'll do so. If I sign up for a website or a business that's not available in the US, I don't ask them, well, why aren't you in the US? They're not. I can't join. But it's for various reasons, for various regulations, for various recommendations. We choose which states we want to trade in or not trade in. And a lot of it is based on our lawyer recommendations as well. But I don't need to give a laundry list of reasons why, for example, we're not in Texas. You know, because then the next thing they do is people start checking off the list. Oh, well, you didn't trade here for this reason. That shouldn't be an issue anymore because they just made a new law in Texas saying that. Okay, that's great. You know, but everything we do is to protect the business. And if we feel that a country, a region, a state might be hostile to what it is that we do, or they have regulations or requirements that we're unable to meet or just don't wish to get involved in, we just stay out of that area. Does that make sense?
Yep, that absolutely makes sense. Somebody asked, I know you guys are asking about this. We've kind of covered this, but there are no tax implications, guys, when it comes to NovaTech, all right? Because remember, a tax implication has more to do with when you create a taxable event in your exchanges and you sell your crypto. Whatever you withdraw from NovaTech has nothing to do with NovaTech when it comes to how you pay your taxes. You have to consult a financial advisor and your
exactly.
CPA to take care of
That's
that.
always your safest answer.
Yeah.
All right. Consult with your accountant. Preferably you're using one that's familiar with cryptocurrency and understand the laws.
Absolutely.
But we're paying crypto to your crypto exchange. How you exchange it, cash it, use it, that has nothing to do with us. We are not liquidating your crypto. So it's the reason why we don't issue 1099s or W-2s. We are transferring cryptocurrency, which is unregulated, and it has no tax implications, as Dap said, coming from us, because we're not exchanging it or liquidating it. Crypto in, crypto out. Now, how you spend it on your end or liquidate it or send it to your bank, those are where you're going to run into tax implications. And this isn't really a topic for the presentation, but just so you guys are aware, people cannot write to us asking us for income verification, employment letters. People want to get houses and they don't have a job, but they want to use us. We are not a source of income. So unless you're going to tell somebody, well, I went to the casino a lot this past month and I made a lot of money, let me go get my casino records. It's the same equivalence. Certain information or certain ways of earning income cannot be used as income verification. Okay. Now, just lastly on this part, you know, we have a support portal. We did allow people to send in tickets using a support email. It's getting bogged down and backlogged in queue, and people, it's not a good way to track emails. We wanted to do it so that it would be simple for people to contact us, but it's so simple that people will contact us 50 times on the same topic. So if you go through the support portal, and the reason why I like to direct people here is because they can even start typing any question here and find an answer before even talking to anybody, before contacting the sponsor, before contacting their upline, before reaching support, and most of the questions will be answered here. If you guys can think of anything that needs to be added here, we're always happy to add another article or a Q&A and do that. But once they're here, we do recommend that they register an account here. They'll get an email saying they registered. They shouldn't wig out because sometimes they think, well, I've already registered for NovaTech. Why am I getting this email? Well, because you just registered on our support portal, okay? And that's a different access, but it does allow them to track their tickets. So they can see what the status of the ticket is without having to constantly inquire. So I'm hoping by making sure people just get directed here that we can be a little bit more expeditious as far as answering inquiries. So I really need the help of presenters and leaders to make sure that people are using the tools that are available to them properly. Okay?
Question one, can you come back on camera, please?
Me?
Yeah. Remember,
Why, you're gonna take a screenshot and check my ID?
So
and I got my hair did, so
I see that. I see
yes.
that. So this next question, do you have social media? Because we have people on here that said they've spoken to you and we've talked about crypto mining and all types of different things. And
I think people who think they're talking to me know that they're not talking to me. And most of the time, it's to ask for money for a business that's not this. Why the heck would a CEO of a company be on Facebook, Instagram, or anything else saying, yeah, I still do NovaTech, but why don't you do this other business that I'm not going to give you a website for? Send me the money directly and I'll invest it for you and I'll do it on the side. Who does that? I mean, people need to think and make proper choices and proper decisions. Anybody can hack my Instagram page, which they've done. At one point, I had thousands of followers. I don't know who's copying my images. It's so easy to just take a screenshot and load it to their own pages. And Instagram, Facebook, they don't seem to want to take anything down. I've had to hire lawyers in order to have fake accounts removed because they didn't think they were dangerous enough. So I just stopped. I just got off. If I'm not there, you can't copy me. Okay. But guys, come on. I've had people say, yo, I sent you, $50,000 because you told me to. I think I didn't ask you for $50,000. What I'm saying? We don't spend this kind of time and energy building a business for me to just side talk you on social media. My email is cynthia.petion@novatechfx.io. It is not an Instagram page. It's not a Facebook page. And I don't even know why people attempt to follow me and friend me on those things. Well, we're not homies. Okay, I'm the CEO of this company. My job is to help you have a successful business here. So no, I'm not on social media. Stay off.
Are there any warnings or disciplinary actions or protocols taken by the company if they're caught doing something they're not supposed to do?
There are things that we consider gross violations, and there are things that we consider a slap on the wrist. We don't like to just shut people's accounts down. If you are in gross violation or you're doing something that we've advised you not to do in before and you continue to do it, for example, we do not allow somebody to use our name or imagery or, while soliciting for other businesses. So you can't have a video, for example, and you've got your NovaTech back office up, but you're talking about another business and saying, oh, well, we do NovaTech, but go try this other business too as well. You can't do stuff like that. If you're doing a review of businesses and say, hey guys, I want to give you my top 5 choices of businesses that I'm working right now. Here's an example. NovaTech does this. This is why I like it and dislike it. This other business does that. This is why I like it and dislike it. Something like that is fine. But if you're going to use our imagery while soliciting or as a platform to jump off of to solicit for other programs, those things are not allowed. We'll give you a warning. Take the video down or the information down or edit it. And if that's not followed, we'll close your account with prior warning and just return your money. We don't lock up your money. We don't tell you, oh, you know what? We took away your account. Now your money's ours. Listen, we're not here to play games. If you are in gross violation or your account needs to be closed for any reason, you'll get notification from compliance. You'll be given an opportunity to correct the issue and your funds returned, minus any bonuses that should not have been earned. If that makes sense.
That makes sense. I want to open it up real quickly for the leaders. This is not about me, never been about me. This is about all of us collectively and every single last one of the people that are co-hosts and people that are not co-hosts. We work tirelessly to build a very productive community and educate. Guys, I saw a lot of questions that were in the back office already. One, I highly recommend, guys, come on. When you guys don't go in your back office, you know what that tells me? You probably don't even go in your bank account. You don't manage, you have no idea. This is a business, guys, and you have to manage your business. You have to maintain your business. And if you don't go back there and read and understand what NovaTech is all about regarding your crypto, then why should we? So please, guys, go back there and read everything. You cannot mess up anything by clicking on anything, except for the one question which I did get. Can we correct some placements? And we already know the answer to that, guys. All right, they've already
that opens up Pandora's box. Guys, you have 48 hours of somebody being in your holding tank, plus an email that you tell you they're in your holding tank, go get it. That's 2 whole days that you have to place people correctly. If something is done incorrectly, the system is down, somebody for some reason got locked up in the holding tank and it didn't get assigned, that is a support issue. But we can't open up a can of worms where it's like, oh, I'm sorry, did you mean to go to this sponsor instead? And then I'm moving people. How do I even know that's where you're supposed to be? you're not cross-recruiting. You can't get into that issue because these are downlines that are being constructed. If somebody honestly signs up and is assigned incorrectly, guys, just sign them up again, okay? But we can't get into moving people around. Also, I just want to comment on this slide that you have up right now. This is very nice. But you see overwhelmingly just one team, how fast people grow. So I encourage you guys to continue to promote each other and recognize each other. I think it's huge. I just want to make one comment on, and I'm glad you did it this way. We have a VIP club and we have a president's club. I do not encourage anybody to post pictures or names of people who are in these clubs. These are people who are trading a certain amount of money. That means you have deposited X, Y, and Z with NovaTech that you're earning from. Don't expose yourself like that. It's not anybody's business how much you're trading. These are financial accounts, they're business accounts, they're your personal information. Last thing you want somebody to think is that, oh, that has over $100,000 in NovaTech. They probably got money. You know, that's not anybody's business. When it comes to finances, I stay away from publicly sharing that kind of information. We used to have a tab in the back because everybody was so proud when we got to the VIP. I took it off. I said, you know what, this is a hazard. It's very dangerous, especially when you're dealing with crypto. You know, it's not FDIC insured and all that kind of stuff. Somebody gets into your account or gets a hold of you, it could create a very serious situation for you. All right, so please make sure you're safeguarding yourselves and not just your money.
And it could cause issues with child support. Talk about you don't make money.
Maybe that's why I'm not in Texas. Okay, people don't need to know all that, you know, shoot.
Wow. Cynthia, this has been remarkable. Thank you so very much for everything that you have done for us, you and Eddie, in creating NovaTech. I'm telling you what, this truly has been a life-saving blessing for so many people. We should really have a call where we're able to talk about the people's lives that have been changed and share that with you face to face on open camera so that you really understand what you have done. It's far greater.
I've participated in those types of meetings, and I welcome any invitation. We try to, you know, make whatever we can. Prayer groups, you know.
Yes.
You know, we, Daph said it earlier as well, and I don't know if you guys have been seeing some of the articles that post and stuff like that. It's very important to share, you know, the positive information. People always tend to want to gravitate towards the negativity and stuff like that. You know, I can't help that the National Enquirer of MLMs writes bad stuff about us. That stuff is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And guys, that's another training point I kind of wanted to touch on. You know, I like to, for every new level, there's a new devil.
That's right.
You can't justify what people want to say about you. You got to remember, we are in a competitive market, business, and industry. They were writing bad things about us before we even had a name for the company. All right, so it doesn't matter. You're gonna find stuff like that. Instead, pay attention to the good stuff, the stuff that does go right, and share that, because that's what's going to start to flood the market and not all the negativity. It gets to the point where you're here long enough and you're doing enough good that people need to start hearing that and paying attention to that. If somebody gives you a laundry list of blah, 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 you know, I always like to compare our business to going car shopping. I love cars. But, you know, it's like walking into a dealership to go argue with the salesperson over a car you had no intention of buying and telling him all the reasons why you don't want to buy that car. Then go to another dealership. Go test drive another car. You can test drive one of ours. If you like it, buy it. If not, go to another dealership and drive another car. But you don't need to come here and complain about all the reasons why you don't want to be here. I don't really care. If you have positive feedback that you want to give us on ways you think our program can improve, we always listen to those. But you know, we don't need a laundry list of negativity.
Why they can't be a trader as well as an affiliate?
That is a total conflict of interest. You don't want somebody who's in the platform trading to also have access to accounts. So our traders, we don't associate them with actual customer accounts. It's kind of like, I can give you a million different examples, but it is a conflict of interest. Either you work with us or you work for us, but you can't do both.
Okay, and 2 questions and I'll be done. If something happens to the founders, how is the business structured to continue?
I already got that answer. I'm actually the stand-in CEO for NovaTech.
Bless his heart.
That has all the codes. We would probably all have to simultaneously die. And unfortunately, I have seen that happen with Kayani, for example, is a business I was in. All the founders got in the airplane over the holidays and unfortunately had an accident and a large portion of the family died. However, I'm not the only owner. I'm not the only one who has the codes. There's 3 of us. And in addition to that, lo and behold, my support staff is also our kids and family. And we make sure that we keep everything so that we can give access to people that we can get, who need access. So to be honest with you, I don't hire outsiders. Traders are one thing. My family doesn't trade. We have to hire professional traders. As far as support goes, being able to assist people with their accounts, I will only give that information over to immediate family. I don't let outsiders into the business because we're dealing with too much personal and private information. So God forbid something should happen to me, the information is with somebody that we trust well enough to continue to manage it.
One last question and one suggestion. Will NovaTech go into mining? Inquiring minds want to know.
We have discussed that, and we've also mentioned in previous presentations that we're already mining. So it's just a matter of creating a program around it. We need to do something long enough that we know that it's profitable, it's affordable, it's sustainable. And electricity is, a huge factor, cost and everything else. So we do actually have a program that we're building on that we're hoping to release within the next 6 months, but it'll be this year. And we want to honestly listen, we love trading. It's our bread and butter. Okay. And it's a really great way to make money fast. It's also extremely risky and it's not for everybody. So we go into mining and those types of things because it's a little more steady. And we're able to offer the opportunity to different things. At the end of the day, like I said, there's a 25 monthly service fee. If you're not trading a certain amount, there's not really much profit in it. And we want to find more opportunities for more people to be able to participate in what we do. Because at the end of the day, listen, when you make millions or you have hundreds of thousands of dollars to put in a trading account, you're pretty good. We like to help these types of accounts too. But it's important that we don't forget about the people who can't always help themselves and continue to make those types of programs available. It's just a matter of building something around it that, dots all the I's and crosses all the T's. So yes, we'll have something coming up later on this year.
This was a question earlier. We obviously have different caliber of people. NovaTech does completely. Is there any different of a risk whether there is a person trading an account with just 500 or someone decides to put 5 million? Is there any higher of a risk for either of those two?
A percentage is a percentage. Obviously, if you're trading with more money and there's a higher percentage of loss, it's more dollar signs in your account, but it works the other way as well. If we pay 5% and you're trading with 5 million versus 500, the dollar signs are a lot different. So it's percentages. Okay, if you lose 2%, you lost 2%. If you made 10%, you made 10%. That's all gotta just add up to whatever it is that you're trading with. Don't trade with more than you want to lose, and just try to gain as much as you can.
Do you have any idea how long NovaTech can really be around? And is there what can cause NovaTech to completely crash or go out of business? We get that a lot.
You get it a lot, and I love that you even asked this because I really, 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 really want people to pay attention to this part. Asking somebody how long they're going to last is basically asking them to give you a date that they're going to fail. How long are you going to last? If I said we're going to last another 6 months, would that make everybody feel okay? If I said we're going to last another 6 years, would that make everybody feel okay? Like, that's like asking me when I get married, you know, well, how long do you think your marriage is going to last? I don't plan to fail. Okay. However, the follow-up question to that was a good one. What could possibly make us fail? All right. And these are, you know, good preemptive questions. All right. But you can't ask somebody how long they're going to last. To me, that's just, I never get that question. And I just don't answer it because you know, it's like, I don't have an expiration date. What can cause a company to fail? The market can go sideways. We can have a really bad week, bad month. We can be irresponsible with how we trade. Now, remember when I started this conversation, I told you that we have our own platform. Our traders are given parameters to trade within. And if they are not staying within those parameters, meaning they're trading too aggressively, they're not watching their stop losses, they're trading more than we've told them that they can trade with, they're only allowed to trade with a certain percentage at a time. So let's say somebody has $1 million in their trading account, they can't open a trade for $1 million. We designate based on the trader and their level of experience, how long they've been with us, their trading psychology, how much you're allowed to open at any given time. And if you're not staying within those parameters, we shut your account down and we take it over. All right, so it would be grossly negligent of us to quote unquote crash. However, doesn't mean we can't lose money. We can totally lose money. What people need to understand with a program like this is that if we do lose money, it's the same thing when Bitcoin goes down or crypto goes down. The worst thing you can do, or even the housing market, your 401k, you've only lost money if you liquidate it. And now you've sold it for less than you had. But if you stay in the program and you just rebuild what's there, then you'll get back to where you were and continue to exceed it. All right, so there's not really anything in my opinion that can cause the business itself to crash other than for me to go to sleep for a week, a month, and not pay attention to my business. And that's not the intention that we have. We have loss mitigation and risk mitigation factors, all right? And people have to abide by those. And when I say people, I mean traders, in order to make sure that we're not risking more than we have to. And it's the reason why our program doesn't pay excessively like other programs do. We stay in our lane. Does that answer the question?
It sure does. This one is a very interesting one. Will there be a time when the group gets so large that it could be closed to new people?
That is a very feasible response. You and I spoke about this, just yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a time that's not our intention? We didn't start this business in order to lock people out. And we know very well at the point we tell people, hey, don't bring anybody else on board right now. We're kind of at capacity that people are either going to wig out because they're going to think the money's running out, or it's not going to give you the ability to build on your business because you can't bring in any additional income. You can only continue, but it doesn't mean you won't still make money because the people that are there still trading are still going to earn you your check matching, your residual, and everything else. We can probably say right now, guys, no more people. And the ones who are here will continue to make money. But it closes out the people who aren't here or the people who are just getting started and want to continue to grow. We have to think of these things in advance. We have to have projections. We have to understand where we see the growth going. We have to always look at new projects that we can build on ourselves to continue to bring that revenue in. If we get so big that we can't manage it, then the solution isn't to shut it down, in my opinion. Is to bring in more resources and more solutions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's the last few words that you touched on that I really want to stress, you know, because the last few things that you said was, you know, about helping people, you know what I'm saying? And we could have been, this group right here, I mean, look at the growth. Like, it should have been like Team Diamond Plus or whatever. I don't know what's stronger than a diamond, but I'm an April baby and that's my birthstone. And we could have been doing anything. Anybody in this group could have been doing anything. We all know how to make money, right? It's like breathing air or riding a bike or swimming. Once you know how to do it, you always know how to do it. People need to understand that the power that they have as a community and as people to bring up others. You know, I always said Jesus was the best affiliate marketer in the world. All right, and even during his time, he didn't have that many, but it grows. So we need to understand the reach that we have, the people that we can touch, and make sure that we're doing the right thing is to the best that we can. It doesn't mean we won't fail. It doesn't mean we won't have hiccups along the way. Okay, but as long as we have the intention and the heart and mind to help people and to follow that plan, then there's no such thing as failure. There's such thing as losing money, but who cares? You make more and you show others how to do it. And you don't have any fear. When you do things, you got to be fearless about it. You can't fear losing money. We get that half of the questions had to do about losing money. What are you worried about? If you don't want to lose it, don't play with it. You know, but if you want to strap on, learn the business, figure it out, then anybody here can have anything that they want. We start, you know, learning how to use the system instead of cheating systems and trying to beat the system. Just make a system that works. I'm gonna hop off as well if you guys are all good. We'll be praying for you, pray for us, pray for the business, pray for those who are sick. And guys, you know, anything you need, any suggestions that you have, just keep a straight head and keep smiling. Don't let stuff hurt you, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, guys, have a good night. Love you much.
You too. Love you too.
Love
Thank
you.
so
All
much.
right. All right. Night night.